We've all heard of Blockbuster, the video rental chain that once dominated the market with its thousands of physical locations worldwide. However, do you know these interesting facts? Number 1. The first Blockbuster store opened because of falling oil prices. Dallas, Texas entrepreneur David Cook was still smarting from a collapsed oil market in 1985 when his wife Sandy broached the idea of opening up a video store. Cook had been writing computer programs to manage inventory for big oil businesses, but a market collapse led to a stack of unpaid invoices. At the same time, the VHS rental market was exploding, growing from 7,000 stores in 1983 to 19,000 in 1986. Number 2. Blockbuster abstained from porn. Unlike many mom-and-pop shops that had a neon sign and a set of swinging doors that led to an adult selection of titles, the Cooks decided early on that Blockbuster would be a genital-free zone. Number 3. Blockbuster was sued by Nintendo. It was inevitable that Blockbuster and other video chains would capitalize on the resurgence of video games in the 1980s by renting out popular titles. Mario and Link, however, were not willing to cooperate. Sticking to its reputation for stern business, Nintendo sued the company in 1989 for copyright infringement, complaining that stores were photocopying game manuals. Number 4. Blockbuster tried becoming a mini amusement park. Though he eventually turned the company over to other investors, Cook anticipated the idea that Blockbuster could become more than just a rental outfit when he named the company Blockbuster Entertainment in 1985. In 1994, executives tried to make good on the label by opening a center dubbed the Blockbuster Block Party in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Spread over 60,000 square feet, the adult amusement park featured laser tag, mazes, and motion simulator rides. The press referred to it as a miniature Disneyland on steroids, but the concept never caught on. Number 5. Blockbuster music stores banned male employees from having long hair. Starting in 1994, male employees working for the Blockbuster music spin-off stores were told that long hair and earrings were banned. According to Billboard magazine, their hair could be no more than 2 inches past their collars. A number of workers who refused to comply and were terminated wound up suing. The case was lost on appeal in 1998. Number 6. Blockbuster turned down Netflix. In 2000, Netflix sought to sell its business to Blockbuster for $50 million. This Blockbuster Netflix deal was sure a shot in the dark. With its company only having started in 1997, Netflix was still a young upstart in those days. If the transaction had been approved, Netflix would have been in charge of Blockbuster's online operations. Blockbuster raised $465 million in an IPO a year prior, so at the time, it could afford the acquisition price. However, Blockbuster declined the offer, stating that the price was too expensive. Barry McCarthy, the former CFO of Netflix, claims that Blockbuster laughed us out of their office. Number 7. Vacant Blockbuster stores were in high demand. When Blockbuster began to vacate their locations, there was some small consolation. The storefronts were in high demand by strip mall occupants. A pawn shop franchise bought several locations in Florida and Puerto Rico. Cell phone stores took up other locations. Business owners attributed their appeal to being in prime foot traffic spots. Number 8. Someone noticed the title of the last movie rented at Blockbuster. Aside from the independently owned, in-name-only stores, the last official Blockbuster video location closed in November 2013. The last title rented? Seth Rogen's 2013 apocalyptic comedy This Is the End. The company posted a photo of the moment on its Twitter page. And yes, the customer still had to return it. Number 9. Blockbuster's income was mainly based on late fees, a model that penalized customers for keeping their VHS cassettes for too long. For any movie rental that was not returned by the due date, Blockbuster charged a steep late fee, $1 per day. It also charged consumers a monthly subscription fee of $19.99 for 3 movie rentals per month. Since Blockbuster's primary source of income was from penalizing its customers, the strategy did not last long. With the changing market conditions, the demand for online streaming increased among consumers. However, Blockbuster ignored customers' preferences by not shifting to online streaming. Instead, it continued with its traditional rental model and charged its customers per rental. This was becoming less appealing to customers as they looked for convenience and ease for watching videos. Number 10, Blockbuster was the first store to keep tapes on shelves. Aside from the massive blue sign, the biggest thing that set Blockbuster apart from other video stores was the way they stocked their tapes. While most stores kept their cassettes behind the counter to prevent people from stealing them, Blockbuster organized them like a library. This was a big deal. Not only did it show customers which movies were available, but it also allowed them to peruse titles at their own pace. Since the company was taking a risk by leaving their tapes out for people to steal, their decision showed off that they were making megabucks in the rental game. Number 11. You could still rent from Blockbuster in Alaska until 2018. Surprisingly, there were still Blockbuster locations in Alaska long after the company closed most of its stores. According to Alan Payne, the licensee behind an Alaskan Blockbuster. Blockbuster continued to turn a profit there because internet access is expensive in Alaska, making Netflix pretty costly. Unfortunately, those 2 locations closed in 2018. Number 12. Blockbuster cornered the market on exclusive releases. One way that Blockbuster managed to shut out small rental companies was by getting exclusive rights to big releases. For instance, the company had the exclusive rights to 1997's Lolita. According to David Woodruff, the owner of a small video store, he and other video store owners had to engage in unscrupulous practices to get the big movies that they wanted to rent. In the early 90s, this tactic reportedly helped put around 5,000 independent stores out of business. Number 13. Blockbuster's late fees inspired Netflix. A hatred of late fees inspired the creation of Netflix. According to IndieWire, Netflix creator Reed Hastings returned a copy of Apollo 13 to Blockbuster 6 weeks late and was shocked by the exorbitant late fees he'd accrued. The charge was so costly that it pushed him to dream up a rental company that would never charge late fees and where you could instead keep movies for as long as you wanted.